It's all over here at Priory Lane. It's ended Eastbourne 2, Chippenham 1. Gary, thanks for coming out so quickly, mate. Just share with us your thoughts just in the aftermath of that.
It's a difficult one today because I think we've done everything we can to win the game really today, and again I can't keep coming out and saying it, but we just haven't been ruthless enough in both boxes again. We probably have a chance to win it right near the end. Or not right near the end, but before they score, and then like I said, we've made a rash decision in the box this end to give away a penalty, which has cost us really. So I don't really know. As I said, I think from my perspective, performance-wise, we were good. I thought, as I said, we set up really well. These are a good side, particularly on their own patch. They're on a good run. So yeah, disappointed because we've lost the game of football that I don't really think that we should have, but I can't keep saying that. We just have to be more ruthless in both boxes.
I think you said coming off the end of the Burton game, I think in a quiet conversation you sort of not chastised yourself for not coming out too attacking and with so much intent on getting the W. Today you've gone with a fairly attacking lineup: Young, Greenslade, Bray, Parsons, all in the side from the off, two at the pivot. It looked as if it was going to pay dividends. The first 15-20 minutes of the game today, Gaz, I think is as good as we've played at any point, any time this season.
We started really brightly. Injuries have played their part this year, so we haven't been able to pick a settled side, and just when you get one back, someone else seems to drop. Obviously, we know we've lost Faz last week. I'm not saying that, but we can put out a really attacking side, but we've not had our players available. That's not excuses. Like I said today, as I said, we've done more than enough to win that game, so it's not about wanting to be any more or less attacking as such. We just need all our players fit to be able to put out a consistent team and to be able to pick out a consistently an attacking team in that sense. But yeah, look, I thought we were really good in the first, not just 15-20 minutes. I thought we were good in the first half. Certainly, as I said, we set up to win the ball higher up the pitch, which we did. And on a number of occasions, we had overloads, 4v3s, 5v4s in transition, and we just didn't make the most of those opportunities, either through, like I said, just a little bit of final detail on the passes towards the end. So look, that's the ruthlessness of football. When you haven't got that detail right, then sometimes that costs you games.
3 big flashpoints, Gal. We'll cover them quite quickly because obviously we were in a bit of a rush to get out of here. First one, I think a lot of people felt that in the build-up to Eastbourne's equaliser in the first half, Will Tizard was fouled in the build-up. I see Coopy going absolutely nuts down on the right-hand side. We didn't really get a great view of it from where we were stood, but it certainly looked as if there was more than enough help on Tizard to the deck.
He hasn't given a foul, but for me it's a foul, irrespective. I know people will say, their bench will say the same thing, but their bench said it was a foul as well. But again, if I'm honest, I don't want to leave things in the hands of the referees. So I want us to go and deal with that in the first instance. It's definitely a foul. But like I said, I think we have to take responsibility and go and deal with it and not leave it, as I said, in the hands of the referee. So that then costs us the equaliser.
You alluded to it slightly earlier, Gary, the chance just before the end, just before the penalty for Eastbourne. It's going to be one that I'm sure is looked back on and in hindsight is a wonderful thing, but Jordan Young in on goal, set in by Alex Bray, 2 on Wargs. All he's got to do is move the ball to the right, to the left-hand side. Harry Parsons is waiting. All he's got to do is slot it either side of Horgan, and unfortunately, it's gone straight down his throat, and chance has gone missing. I suppose looking back on that, you don't need to, reminisce too much. But as a player, you've been there. It must be really hard to take in moments like that.
Yeah, look, if you'd have said to me, look, you're going to get a really big chance before the end of the game to go and win it, who do you want running in to finish that off? Then I picked Jordan Young on his left foot, centre of the goal. Ultimately the keeper's pulled off a good save. So it's again, that's a big moment in the game. If we score that, then I think we go on and win the game, comfortably, or we certainly see it out. But it's another one of those big moments that didn't go our way. But it wasn't just that wasn't the only chance we had. I thought fair play to Eastbourne. They defended really well, got a lot of blocks in and around the box. Harry Parsons and Harvey have had a couple of chances as well where they've pulled off some really good blocks towards the end. So yeah, look, it was a big moment in the game. Didn't go our way, and we'll have to deal with that as as I said, it's cost us ultimately at least a point today.
And it's not going to come as a surprise to yourself, Gary. You're a fine margins man. It wouldn't have gone. I am sure wouldn't have escaped you that's now the 3rd time Eastbourne have pegged us back with a penalty late in the game, and in the end it turned out to be one again today that took all 3 points for the Sports.
Yeah. Again, it's one of those where we've made a rush challenge, but again, you can pick that as being the definitive moment. But I don't think we've defended the first ball into the box very well. But again, we have made first contact and won that. So I could pick individual moments, probably 6 or 7 steps back as well every time. So another big moment. Penalty's gone against us, and ultimately again, it's cost us a win.
Well, Gary, it's commiserations for myself today, mate. I think just as a supporter's perspective and the guys here in the media team, I don't think that was a performance that was due, coming away with nothing. But such is the cruelty of football, and we'll see you on Saturday against Ebbsfleet.
Cheers, guys.
What's up, man? What up?
Thank you.